is computed in my mind is winning this title, going there and kicking their ass.
Mike Tyson est le seul poids lourd à affirmer sans hésiter qu'il peut battre n'importe quel homme sur Terre. Et surtout, il était toujours prêt à le prouver. Le combat que tu vas revivre aujourd'hui a marqué un moment clé dans la carrière de Tyson. Deux champions invaincus s'affrontaient avec un total impressionnant de 64 victoires et aucune défaite. Ce chiffre faisait de ce combat l'un des plus attendus de l'histoire du poids lourd. Tony TNT Tucker était un adversaire vraiment redoutable. Avec plus de 65 combats en amateur et une technique solide, Tucker avait construit sa carrière avec précision, rapidité et discipline. Connu pour avoir mis KO 23 de ses 24 premiers adversaires, il venait de battre le coriace James Buster Douglas pour remporter le titre mondial IBF. De son côté, Mike Tyson était au sommet du monde de la boxe. Avec un style agressif et explosif, il avait écrasé sans pitié des champions confirmés comme Trevor Berbick et Pinklon Thomas. Le monde attendait avec impatience la nuit du 1er août 1987, quand les deux boxeurs invaincus sont montés sur le ring à Las Vegas pour déterminer qui serait le champion incontesté. Dès le début, Tucker a utilisé son allonge, lançant des jabs rapides et précis. Tyson a tenté de réduire la distance agressivement, mais Tucker a surpris avec un uppercut puissant qui a secoué Tyson pour la première fois. Le public a retenu son souffle. Tyson semblait vulnérable. Le champion a reculé un instant, pendant que Tucker gagnait en confiance. Le round s'est terminé avec Tyson se regroupant, conscient du danger.
Mike Tyson to jump right on Tony Tucker. Tucker, I had figured that he should at least tie his man up, try to frustrate Mike Tyson. But is he strong enough to do that? Well, that was a good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the best shot that Mike Tyson has ever taken right there. Tucker said when we talked to him, he said, I'm not worried about what he's going to do to me, I'm worried about what I'm going to do to him. That's confidence. Another right hand. Another right hand by Tucker. That was a left hand by Tyson. You know what's happening? Every time Mike reaches in, Tony comes with the right hand, a counter right hand. Again, a right hand, but he took a right from Tyson. And another big right by Mike Tyson. Did a very good first round for both men, and particularly for Tucker. Great left hand at the bell by Tyson. Well, Tony Tucker is a 10-1 underdog. He wasn't 10-1 in that round.
Tyson est revenu décidé à imposer son style explosif. Il a réduit la distance avec des mouvements rapides et a frappé durement le corps de Tucker. L'adversaire continuait à utiliser sa vitesse et ses combinaisons rapides, mais la puissance de Tyson a commencé à briser sa défense. Des coups précis de Tyson touchaient le torse de Tucker, qui reculait peu à peu, comprenant que faire face à Tyson, c'était affronter une pression constante.
Together. And he's following up with left uppercut, left hook. Led with the left uppercut that time. Just has to keep those hands up. You know, Ray, I harken back to your fight with Marvin Hagler, where after the first round, there was no question in my mind, at least, that your confidence just really surged, and you have to think the same thing about Tony Tucker. He's using his height, his reach. Good body shot by Tyson. That's exactly what Kevin Rooney was telling him to do in the corner. Tyson changed. Tyson's trying to slow Tucker down by body shot. Tyson, two good jabs. That was a good example. That uppercut was going to do the job over and over again. There was a left hand by Tyson, but it did not appear to hurt Tucker.
Tyson a intensifié la pression avec sa stratégie habituelle, combinaison rapide et coups au corps. Tucker, déterminé à ne pas abandonner, a répondu avec courage, lançant des jabs pour tenter de freiner le champion. Même si Tucker résistait et plaçait des coups nets, Tyson continuait d'attaquer avec discipline, diminuant lentement la mobilité du challenger. Le combat devenait une épreuve de résistance et de courage pour Tucker.
The third round, a lot of people did not think it would go this far. Mills Lane, very take charge as a referee. No nonsense guy. Tucker with another left hook to the head of Mike Tyson. There was a good right hand again by Tucker. In close. catching Tyson on the way in. He's finished with the left hook, Barry. What's allowing Tony Tucker to get that hook and that uppercut in? What's happening is the lateral movement that Tucker has, his jab, he's catching Mike as Mike's born and what's coming in with his head. The uppercut has been doing a tremendous and very effective job here. That was a good left hand, and that staggered Tony Tucker. Crowd booing the tactics of Tony Tucker, but I'm not sure you don't disagree with those. I don't disagree at all because Tony's been tying his man up. There was a good right hand by Tucker again. But they're uppercuts, Barry. You notice they're uppercuts. There has to be concern now in Tyson's corner. This is the most competitive fight he has ever been in.
La stratégie de Tyson était claire. Attaquer violemment le corps de Tucker pour l'épuiser. Un crochet gauche brutal au torse a fait clairement reculer le challenger, l'obligeant à revoir sa stratégie. Tucker a essayé de répondre avec des mouvements moqueurs et de petites provocations, mais les dégâts étaient visibles. Tyson gardait son calme agressif, sachant qu'il imposait petit à petit son rythme.
This is what Tyson wanted. He wanted Tucker to stand there and exchange punch for punch. In this case, normally, Tyson comes out on top. Get him up, Tucker, come on! Take it downstairs sometimes. He needs to throw jab downstairs, bring it back up to the head. There's the right hand again by Tyson, but Tucker appears unhurt again. Definitely has his legs back under him after being hurt earlier in this round. Shot. And Tyson with another left hand. Tyson has settled down in that round, going for a long fight now. Now he knows he just has to fight him, hit him, and if the knockout comes, it comes.
Même si Tyson imposait un rythme féroce, Tucker a montré du courage et de la résistance, lançant des combinaisons rapides et précises, surtout avec son jab. Le public a salué son courage de ne pas abandonner face aux attaques constantes de Tyson. Pourtant, la force et la pression du champion augmentaient et chaque coup affaiblissait un peu plus le challenger, qui continuait à se battre avec fierté et détermination.
Tyson got the better of that exchange. I noticed that Tony Tucker's left hand is starting to jump. That could be very, very inviting for a counter right hand. A lead-off right. There's the left hook. There was the right hand in close by Tyson. We have to see more combinations if you want to get Tucker and get him out of there. I think Tucker, on the other hand, is fighting a superb job. He's doing a superb job.
Mike Tyson est sorti encore plus agressif, lançant des combinaisons brutales au corps et à la tête, dominant clairement le rythme du combat. Tucker montrait toujours de la résistance, mais il avait perdu sa mobilité du début. Tyson a utilisé son jab pour créer des ouvertures, frappant plus souvent. Même si Tucker réussissait encore quelques coups isolés, Tyson contrôlait maintenant totalement le combat.
You see that? Now that was an interesting scenario. Tucker was trying to get his handlers and seconds out of the ring. The bell had rung. They were so excited about the prospect of possibly winning the fight, they forgot to put his mouthpiece in. You can understand now, Ray, why Michael Spinks didn't want to fight Tony Tucker. So I think Tony Tucker has surprised a lot of people. Right hand by Tyson. Tucker's going to want him not to tie his man up, which I think is a good move because it doesn't allow Tyson to punch, but instead they wanted to push Tyson off and go at him, which I think could be a costly mistake. Well, pushing a man off doesn't necessarily help because you expending energy by pushing a man off. Right hand by Tyson, back Tucker up. And what Mike has to do is move to his left to cut his man off. Tyson looks right now like he's in it for the long haul here. Big right hand. Tucker says, no, I'm not hurt. I've always found that to mean I'm hurt. He took another right hand, got cute, and paid the price. But think he's watched my fight before. Yeah, I think he has too. I think his timing is not as good as yours. Let's take a look at that right hand that Mike Tyson got in. Yeah, you see him use the left hand just as a way to get in and then firing the right behind it. Now this is good fighting now that he's settled down. The great fighters don't go out looking for a quick knockout. The great fighters go out and fight. And when the opportunity for the big punch comes in, they take it.
Malgré la fatigue, Tucker a montré de la fierté et de la détermination, essayant de reprendre l'initiative avec des coups rapides et de petits contres. Tyson a continué à le frapper au corps et au menton, limitant ses mouvements. Tucker refusait de reculer facilement, mais Tyson gardait une pression constante et disciplinée. À la fin du round, Tucker respirait fort, conscient qu'il résistait à l'un des champions les plus implacables de l'histoire.
Tyson, of course, a banger, but his jab does allow him to work in. But there was a rumor about Tucker's right hand, that he had injured his right hand, and that's why he backed off training for the last few days. That was 3 consecutive left hooks thrown by Tony Tucker. You don't see that from a big man. Not in the heavyweight. They don't throw those kind of punches. Once again, Tucker trying to get cute, and again getting the worst of it, still mugging with Tyson, which brings the crowd alive. Well, when you do that, and I know from experience because I invented it, you got to be very careful because you're so vulnerable for a punch.
Tyson a encore accéléré, montrant une domination totale dans chaque échange. Les coups au corps et au visage de Tucker faisaient clairement mal. Tucker était visiblement dépassé en rythme, puissance et technique, mais son incroyable résistance gardait le combat en vie. Tyson ne lâchait rien, lançant des combinaisons féroces pour finir d'user son adversaire.
Well, in a fight of this intensity, this magnitude, when you're fighting, you really don't feel it because those adrenaline's going, and you don't feel the pain. He did throw a right uppercut there, which missed. His knee seemed to buckle for a second. Right hand up on the top of the head.
Même si Tucker semblait fatigué et très touché, il montrait toujours du cœur, lançant des jabs et des combinaisons pour garder la distance. Tyson, calme et concentré, continuait sa stratégie destructrice. Chaque coup qu'il plaçait augmentait les dégâts accumulés sur Tucker. Le challenger se battait pour rester debout, tenant bon face à la pression constante du champion.
Getting off quicker with his jab now. A good, short, strong, fast left jab of Mike Tyson. Now it appears the instinct for self-preservation has kicked in with Tucker, more interested in defending himself than in attacking his opponent.
Tyson a encore une fois montré sa supériorité technique, combinant agressivité et intelligence. En utilisant le jab pour s'approcher, il plaçait des coups puissants en haut et en bas, contrôlant clairement le rythme du combat. Tucker, même blessé, gardait sa dignité et son courage à chaque échange. Tyson était désormais totalement sûr de lui, consolidant sa victoire.
Mike Tyson has been in charge of the fight. He has been the aggressor. Mike has not been able to land the kind of punches we've seen in the past. And the reason for that is because of the way that Tony Tucker is approaching and has approached this fight. All right. He needs to throw a little short jab, then step. Like that. Throw a jab, then step in. Get close. Now come. There it was. That's what you have to do. This jab will get closer to the taller man, Tucker, and then he can throw his punches. Once again, though, you see what's happening here. Then he gets in. Now he's not following Tucker. Now he's inside again. The jab, once again, is effective.
Tyson a gardé sa domination, frappant sans relâche avec des combinaisons précises et puissantes. Tucker, épuisé et touché, ne tenait que par fierté et volonté. Chaque attaque de Tyson réduisait un peu plus la résistance physique et mentale de son adversaire, qui répondait de temps en temps, mais sans la force nécessaire pour changer le combat. Tyson restait fort et confiant. Tucker, lui, était à bout.
Frustration is because of what somebody's doing. Tying his man up. Those are the antics there. Sometimes work. What you do, you reverse the crowd's approval. I mean, just check out Tony Tucker. He's a man of confidence.
Le dernier round a commencé avec un Tyson déterminé à conclure le combat clairement. Un crochet gauche puissant s'est fait remarquer, secouant Tucker et confirmant la domination totale du champion.
He said, so what with you so-called experts? I'm going to show you. And this is what he did tonight. And he has. Even if he loses the fight, he's probably made more friends than he has in the 34 wins that he's had. Friends and believers. And a guy who wasn't in there just to survive either. Crowd getting a little tired of that. Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight that he thinks he's winning. That was a big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right. Tyson finishing with a flourish. So is Tucker. Great finish. It's over. Well, Tony Tucker talked the talk and walked the walk.